All right, I want to talk a little bit about dynamics and compression and how they're related, just in my general tone philosophy and the things that I look for. You'll hear me say quite often I'm trying to eliminate compression and maximize dynamics. What do I mean? Well, basically, compression is something that levels things off. It's an effect. It's a tool. It's very useful. But what it does is it takes low volume passages or phrases or vocals or something and raises them up. And it takes louder passages and lowers them down to make everything level. Now, this was incredibly useful in broadcast situations, and it's incredibly useful in recording. When you have a very dynamic thing being recorded going down and the levels all over the place, compression helps make it make sense, basically. It also adds pleasing sounds to things. But in a live situation, it's my enemy because I'm trying to have maximum dynamics and information available to me. So that's the reason that when I mic my amp, I put the 57 directly in the center of the speaker because I want all the signal I can get. It's the reason I use the heavy strings that I use, the pickups that I like, the flat and neutral cable that I use. I use it because it allows maximum information and dynamics to come through. And same thing with the pedals that I use. Everything is chosen with this in mind because I want, if I change the way I pick, change the way I play, change pickups, change volume, I want you to hear all that. So basically, you're going to hear me play right now with straight into the amp and also with just the Love Pedal Chula only, which is has no knobs and is incredibly dynamic and organic. And I'm going to just kind of give you an example of what I'm thinking, and why. So here's straight into the amp. Really great sound, clean, a little bit of breakup, but headroom. That's the sound that I like. That's the bass for my sound. The headroom is important because when you hit it with pedals and things, you don't want it to fold over. You don't want it to lose, that feeling that you have of stability and of the ability to have that maximum dynamic range. So now I'm going to turn on the Chula. All right, so here's the Chula, full on volume. Right? But if I lower my volume down, it's almost like it's not even on. Right? Even if I turn my volume all the way up and just play light. If I change pickups, you can really hear the guitar and the difference in all the sounds. That's how organic and dynamic this pedal is. So if I go bridge pickup though, it has enough gain for me. So it's like that amount of dynamic range enables me to be me. So when I'm playing on bridge pickup and I go light, I can go into a verse of a song and sing things like, and when it comes time to the solo, and that's what I'm looking for literally in every piece of my gear because I want to be able to be that dynamic. I want to do it with these. I hope that makes sense to you guys. It's just what works for me and my personal philosophy. But dynamics are such a huge part in kind of finding your own voice and conveying really how you're feeling in your improvisation to the audience. Dynamics are an enormous part of that. And I'm always trying to do that, be honest and convey really what I'm feeling and hearing it. And having this amount of dynamic range available to me helps me greatly with that. So I just wanted to talk about that for a minute. I felt like it was important. I'm going to play a little bit more for the members later on, but I appreciate you tuning in and checking this out. We're going to do way more gear videos in the future, but I just felt like talking about compression and dynamics, and that's all. Join or subscribe, or anything. I appreciate the support, everybody. Ruling.